think I always wanted to go, but for whatever reason, I never found the time to go. And obviously, you always have like an incident, whether it's good or bad, that makes you think to yourself, okay, maybe I should start going. But I think it's also important as well, though, not just to turn to faith when things are bad. I think it's important to show gratitude and appreciation to when things are going good and things are going well. And I make a really conscious effort of not only talking to God and praying and stuff like that when things are bad, but also to just say, like, thank you. I'm very blessed and fortunate to be in the position I'm in. It's true, but I think to myself, what's the worst that can happen? You're going to go be back in the same position it was in previously. I think if you've got something you're passionate about, you've got a goal, just go for it. Just go for it, because no risk, no story. And I think sometimes you need to take action. Even if it means that you make a mistake or you fail, next time you'll know. Yeah. Sometimes having the experience and the knowledge on certain things is priceless, and that will help you get to the next stage, because you might do something, fail in one instant, and then the next opportunity comes and you can go, okay, well, that failed that time, so I'm going to do this time. You learn, and I think that's one of the best ways of learning is by failing and going again.
Welcome to Karak with Kully, the podcast that serves up strong conversations with real entrepreneurs, founders and creators. I'm your host, Kully Sahota, and every week we brew up honest talk, the kind that hits hard and keeps it real. No filters, just stories, lessons and a whole lot of Karak. Welcome to another episode of Karak with Kully. Today we've got Nathan Monte on. Nathan, PT, business owner, entrepreneur. Anything else that I missed?
No, family man.
Family man. No, but firstly, thank you for coming on the pod. Yeah, really appreciate your time. I thought it'll be an interesting story, especially with what's going on in the gym side of things, and in your personal life, and for people to see the story, and it might help someone resonate, who is trying to get into business or having anything else, or from the health and mindset kind of angle. So I don't know you personally, but from many years I've been to the gym and always seen you on the floor. Starting out, was it lifestyle fitness? What did it used to be called?
Yeah, it was lifestyle fitness before the gym group took over.
That's it, the gym group now. Yes. by the cinema up there.
Ag Road West,
So you use a PT and been very successful since then. So talk to me about your role, from how you got into PTing and why.
I actually come out of university and went into recruitment. I watched Wolf of Wall Street. I was infatuated with trying to make money and becoming successful, and I went into recruitment. Did that for a few years. It just wasn't for me. It was nothing that I had no passion for it.
It was just a job.
And I think that kind of showed. Okay. And at the time I was competing. I was really taking that serious.
Competing in bodybuilding?
Yeah.
So you was already doing that anyway before? Okay.
Yeah, so I was doing that alongside.
Yeah.
And then I went into a gym with a friend, should I say. Went into the gym, and one of the personal trainers there, he was kind of bragging to me about how much he was earning, and respectfully, he wasn't in the best of shape.
Okay.
So obviously I'm gone, carried on with my workout. I'm thinking to myself, surely not. So I've worked out how much, he's told me how many sessions he's doing, he's told me how much he's charging. So I've kind of worked out on my phone. I've gone over to him and said, you're making this much money? He said, yeah, kind of small. And I thought, okay, cool.
So the pennies dropped.
Next day, that was it. Handed him a notice, applied for a job there, got the job there, and the rest was history.
Did you have a PT qualification then, or did you need one of those days?
No, I did. So okay. Whilst I was at uni, I got my personal level 3 whilst at university, and then just capitalised it from there. I was doing a few sessions here and there, just help me along with university, really.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until I decided to just jump in the deep end and just go for it, and that was my first full-time PT job. I was 25 at the time.
That's mad.
25.
How did it go for you from starting giving up a steady job, should we say, like a 9 to 5 job, to do something that you're more passionate about? But did you start getting clients straight away then?
Pretty much.
Because then there's probably no social media as much, was there?
See, when I came into that particular gym, I think I was a bit futuristic in terms of that. Like none of the PTs were really on what I was on.
A visionary.
Yeah, so like straight away, I was recording my sessions.
Okay.
And they all looked at me as if I was a bit weird. But eventually everyone caught on.
Yeah.
So everyone started following suit. And I think I was doing between 40 and 60 sessions a week for the 4 or 5 years I was there. Yeah. And it didn't drop. The first month that I left my recruitment job, I earned more in my first month as a PT than I did in my recruitment job.
That's crazy.
Because I was that focused and passionate about doing well, the industry. Obviously, you're working for yourself, so you work harder. So, you know, I was at the gym at 6 o'clock and I wouldn't leave till 10 o'clock.
And your clients must have been getting results for you to, like, you know, get that much traction that quickly.
Yeah, I think obviously because I was in shape. Respectfully, not all the PTs there were in the same kind of shape I was, respectfully. And I think people, if you're a product, you're your own product at the end of the day. So I've always thought it's very important to make sure I'm in shape, kind of like leading by example.
Especially in the industry that you're in, you know, very visual, you know, people do, like, I don't understand, like, from the outside, like when you see, like you said, PTs were out of shape, then guys still using them.
It's like if an overweight doctor told you need to lose weight, you think to yourself,
exactly.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
So that has always been a huge thing for me, is make sure that I'm always in shape. I'm always kind of leading by example. At the end of the day, I'm the product. I'm trying to sell that. So I've always tried to, you know, stay in shape and be professional in that sense.
You've been in the industry for a long time and you're in, like, you know, mad shape still yourself. Yeah. It's like, how do you stay so disciplined, and what would you say that from generally from the clients that you've worked with, the trait that they fall off on?
Consistency. I think so many people do it for short spaces of time, and you kind of going off and on. Where I think if you stay consistent, it's so much easier. It becomes a norm, it's routine. So I'll get up in the morning.
The days that you don't want to do it.
It doesn't matter. No matter what, if you say you're going to go to the gym, go to the gym. If you've got a program, you've got goals that you set yourself, whether it's training routine, cardio, whatever it is, stick to it, be consistent, because at the end of the day, it will pay off.
Yeah. People, not just with your industry, with anything, whether it be business, like, you know, which I work with or look at, people look at that short-term aspect, and they want that self-gratitude straight away. And, like, you know, but it's in your industry, it's probably even worse, because I always see these, like, plans, that are in, you know, 6 weeks, you know, it's like get shredded to this, which has got a market on there, but half the time it doesn't seem
no longevity in it.
Yeah.
And I feel like nowadays everyone wants quick fixes. And
I talk about peptides, man. Everyone's jumping on these peptides.
Yeah,
so what?
To be fair, from the research that I've done, some of them are really beneficial.
By the way, we're not doctors or nothing here. Just for this
yeah. I'm not giving you any advice, but from the research that I've done, some of them are really good.
Yeah, especially like everyone's like, all want insta-feeded. That's all it is now.
That's all it is. But there's definitely a market there. And people are really tapping into it, especially in the US. It's huge in the US.
I suppose no matter what, there you've got all these things. Okay, the enhancers, of course, they might work. But if your fundamentals, like you say, your discipline, your food, and your health, and your mindset's not in the right place, there's no point taking probably, you know, this stuff, because, like, what you're going to achieve from there?
No, it's true, and I think so many people, they overcomplicate things. I think if you just stay consistent, disciplined, the results will come. People, like they said, how do I lose weight? It's really simple. Do more, eat less.
It's mad when you say it like that.
And people just overcomplicate it. And I think if you want something and you want it bad enough, then you'll go out your way and do what's willing to get there.
Do you still PT now, or
I PT a few, nowhere near as much as I used to, and it's just for clients that I've had for a long period of time.
Okay.
I haven't got enough hours in the day. To PT now. Really, I'll probably do between 5 and 10 a week at max.
Still enjoy it though?
Yeah. What I enjoy about it. It keeps my feet firmly on the ground.
Yeah.
I understand what's going on within the gym.
Yeah.
People talk to me, and I get a better understanding of what the members are after and what the members want. So I think that's very important also.
It's good that you're in that fortunate position where you can probably like pick and choose who you want to work with as well, really.
Yeah.
And like people probably coming up to you all the time and say like, you know, they've seen you on social media, they see what you're doing on the business side. Oh, we want to work with you.
Yeah.
And so it's probably difficult to like obviously you don't want to be rude and turn people
No,
away.
no,
Yeah.
no. And like I say, it's an honour and a pleasure that people still want to work with me. And I don't take that for granted. But in order for me to continue to grow on the business side of things, I haven't got the time.
Yeah.
I haven't. It's impossible.
So, you know, you was successful PT, which, you know, I saw, you know, in the local area, in the local gyms. And then how did you go from that to a gym owner to like when you went to being a PT, did you have that vision then? I know you said like you're doing recordings and you saw like a plan ahead.
Yeah.
But did you want to be a gym owner?
Early on I did.
Did you think you could be a gym owner?
I've always believed in myself. I've always been very confident in that sense. And I'm willing to. I'm not the smartest in the world, but no one will outwork me.
You must be pretty smart, man. So.
I tell you, I work hard. I'm willing to do what others won't.
Yeah.
Like I've sacrificed a hell of a lot to be in the position I'm in. You know, when I was PT and I was doing like 60 sessions a week, and sometimes obviously your clients are different because a lot of your client, the spaces in the day, people are at work, so I'd have a lot in the morning, evening, night, and in that spare time, that gap, I've got to train.
Yeah.
And I've still got a couple of hours, so I'll be sleeping in my car and I'll be doing like 6 till 10.
This is the stuff that people don't see.
Yeah, you do, like people see the end product and think, oh yeah, I want that, but they're not willing to do what it takes to get there.
And there's planning as well, because like I said, even though those clients might be different,
Yeah.
they've probably got different goals, different abilities.
Of course. Yeah.
So, and to cater for them as well.
Yeah, like every client's got different needs, different requirements. You know, some have got injuries, nursing injuries. But the one thing that I was very fortunate about is fitness has always been my passion. So on a Sunday, I work 7 days a week anyway, but even on a Sunday, when I was in my recruitment job, I used to come to about 12, 1 o'clock. I think to myself, I've got work tomorrow. And as soon as I come full-time PT, never had that once. I've never moaned about going to work, nothing.
That's a blessing in itself. Yeah,
Of course.
I deal with like, you know, thousands of business owners I've seen, and there's only a handful can say they actually enjoy what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's how they put food on the table. It's what they know. They're too scared to leave it.
Yeah.
And for you to realise that, you know, you chased your, you know, it sounds a bit corny, your dream, but to like, you don't say that it doesn't feel like work, that's a blessing.
Of course. And I don't take that for granted at all. Like I say, I give thanks and I'm very appreciative in the position I'm in, because I know, like I've done jobs that I didn't like. But I also understand as well, though, that you have to do them jobs sometimes in order to get to where you want to be. I haven't gone from here to here. I've gone through each stage. Like you say, it's a process.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, the gym. When did you have your first gym?
So, 3.5 years ago now.
Wow, and since that's how rapid it's grown since then.
So by the end of this year, there'll be 5 open. So it's like 5 in less than 4 years.
How do you manage all your time between them?
You just do. Luckily, I've got I work with some of my best friends, and that really helps. And I've built a good team around me. I've got managers at each gym. They all report to me, and I focus on growing the business where they might focus on dealing with the day-to-day stuff.
Yeah, because I like asked just like off record before we started that you're still pretty hands-on in the business, aren't you? It's not as if like you just like left it, you know, to your staff or whatever. You just, like you were just saying to me that you still go around all the gyms and you know, show your face in that. But it's good for the clients as well, isn't it? Yeah, the clients of the gym.
Of course, and also I think to see me go there, and I'm looking around to see what's wrong, because at the end of the day, I want each member to have the best possible experience they have as soon as they walk through the door.
Look, I can vouch for that. Like I'm at, I go Foundry House in the morning, just quite down the road from me as well.
Yeah.
But the community that you built from the gym, like in the morning, like even though I might not know everyone's name, everyone says good morning. You know, everyone's cool. The staff are cool.
Yeah.
I suppose it's the same kind of ethos in all the rest of them as well.
Exactly the same. The one thing I've always wanted to make sure that each person comes through the door is greeted. hello, how are you? Manners cost absolutely nothing, and to make someone feel welcome when they come into something like a gym, where some people are a bit, anxious, cautious about certain things, and it's never been cliquey. Everyone's welcome. Everyone gets hello. Everyone gets how you doing, what you're training today.
Yeah.
And really try and create something where it's a place, it's an environment where you want to go.
I think you hit the nail on the head with any business, even my business. Staff, customer service is the main thing. I don't mind if they screw up something wrong technically. We all make mistakes, but you don't take you don't need a lot to have customer service or have manners, and just ask someone if they're okay, or just say anything I can help with anything, and that goes a long way in any industry.
Yeah, of course. I think I'd like to say I've been raised right, so I've always had manners no matter who I'm talking to. If it's the director, the CEO, whoever it is, or if it's the janitor, I've always been brought up to say hello, goodbye, manners.
Let's talk about that. So what was your upbringing like?
Upbringing was very good, very family orientated, go holidays every year.
Was you a naughty boy?
I'd say I was more mischievous.
Okay.
I wasn't naughty. I was like a funny naughty, if we're being completely honest.
Cheeky.
Yeah. But no, I had a really good childhood. My mum and dad worked really hard to put us in or give us the best opportunity possible.
They didn't have businesses or?
No. I come from a working class family.
Yeah.
My dad used to work in a factory, managing a factory, and my mum was like a TA.
Okay.
So just very working class family.
Not the same school that you went?
No, actually, no. My mum went to the same school I did.
Okay.
Yeah. My mum went to. I think she did anyway. I think she went to the same school that I did. But my mum and dad ensured that, because I've got 3 sisters, there's 4 of us.
Were you the youngest?
Second youngest.
Okay.
But they made sure we lived in a decent area to try and get the best possible education and stuff like that. Yeah.
So we've we're fast forwarding the story and jumping around a bit, but just on your grounds and your values that we just touched on before, is that you've recently done a massive thing for your family.
Mm-hmm.
You want to just talk about that?
Yeah. Well, I used to play football when I was a kid. Now, obviously, as a kid, I was always saying to my mum and dad, "I'm going to retire. I'm going to buy you a house." And even though my road kind of changed, I went down more the business route instead of obviously the athlete footballer route, should I say. It was always a goal of mine to be able to retire my mum and dad, buy them a house or what have you. And when I started earning a little bit of money, the first thing I did was pay off my mum and dad's mortgage. And then obviously the next thing was obviously what I did recently, retired my dad and my mum.
Did they expect anything, or was that? So I did see on the socials,
Yeah.
But I don't know if
No, my dad didn't have. I told my mum, because my mum retired a bit earlier. So
okay.
We retired my mum a couple of years ago, and it was just my dad. My dad's working at the gym actually.
Really?
He works at one of the gyms.
No way.
And then he still wants to do a couple of days, which I'm kind of glad about anyway, because it keeps you young, keeps them fresh.
Yeah.
But I said to him, you haven't got to if you don't want to. And I think he was a bit taken away, which was a priceless moment for me.
That's emotional, like I would say, like kids these days, like you must have been brought up with great values. Kids these days, it's totally different.
Yeah.
They have no respect for, never mind their own the elders, like the family members, their parents.
Yeah.
And to see for you, you're younger than me, but to do something like that is massive. It's a massive thing, a massive gesture for people that are looking up to you as well.
Yeah, and
also what can be achieved with hard work.
Of course, and that's one thing that I wanted to ensure that I did as well, and do it properly, was before I got the cars, the watches, was to focus on what was important. And to me, that was obviously a goal that I set myself many years ago, to be able to retire my mum and dad. That was first and foremost a big thing for me.
Talking about cars, I love the Rari that you got. Yeah,
thank you.
Congratulations on that.
Very much.
But it's like I said, you've ticked off a lot of boxes already. With the car, we sit here and we say, we don't chase materialistic things, but who doesn't want a nice thing, a nice materialistic value, and that it's more of an anchor in the ground that, look, I've achieved this, now it's time for the move on, rather than like to say, oh yeah, look at me, I've got the car. And I think that from the outside, this is people's misinterpretation as well.
Yeah.
And especially in the UK, it's like people are shy of like showing their money or how well they've done, because the hate that they might get.
Yeah, and it's true. It's a shame, to be fair, because if you go to some countries, and that's a topic conversation for a whole nother day. But like Dubai, for example, they encourage the people who live there to do better, be better, to try and support them on their journey. They want them to be rich, they want them to make money, where unfortunately in the UK, for whatever reason, that doesn't seem to be the case.
It is bad. Now we will talk about that. It's a very valid topic that you brought up, because I spend a lot of time in Dubai, set up accounts and tax there. But one thing I notice is that because everyone's in a similar boat, they're expats or they're from different countries and trying to earn the same thing, or that they already made it, that they will help others. And networking things is a lot easier, because they'll take you into their circle and say, look mate, no jealousy, we want you to do well. Whereas in the UK, it's like people they won't do that.
I think it's weird as well. Like I say, I'm very blessed and very fortunate that me and my friends, we want the best for each other. So when one of them wins, I win as well, and vice versa. And I think, you want to win together. I just don't understand that concept where people don't want people to do well. It baffles me.
That's one thing that resonated with me when I'm looking at your socials. Yeah, that you have got a very close-knit group. I see the same faces, the same friends, and you're always supporting each other, sharing each other's posts and everything that's doing. And those little bits help loads. That you have got that support and someone that's come up with you as well.
Yeah. Like I've been in some situations, and without my boys. I don't know where I'd be, if I'm being completely honest. And I think that's really, really, really important as a young man. Don't neglect that. Make sure you've got a good set of friends around you, because when shit hits the fan, it's not your missus you call. It's the boys. And I think that's very, very important.
Especially with today's day and age, you'll be aware that between 25 to 40, suicide is the biggest killer for men. And that men don't really speak, and they don't have that support from their mates, and it's all like banter until like if you've got no one to speak to, and then like you hear all this like they commit suicide or whatever.
It's a shame, but I think that is down to young men not having that bond, that brotherhood. I actually believe that. I think if they had a brotherhood, it definitely wouldn't be as high as it is in terms of the suicides, 100%, because sometimes you can feel like
shit.
Do you know what I mean?
Everyone has a bad day, but
have a chat with the boys, and next thing you know, it's not so bad. You know what I mean? You put your heads together and you think about your options, and okay, well, what about this? What about that? Have you done this? Okay, then we'll do that. And then you come together and you get over whatever issues there.
And also I think with other guys that I've spoken to, or other men, that they feel embarrassed if they think that if they show their weakness to another guy, that they're going to think I'm shit, I'm weak, I can't talk to them, I've let my family down. And I think it's kind of a lot of conversation. It's the same kind of topics coming through with males.
I think if you feel like that, wrong set of friends. I really do. There's nothing that my friends don't know about me, and vice versa. And after time, once we've got over the issue and we've come together to resolve it, we'll then take the piss out of issue about the issue. But that's what you do, don't you? That's when you're best friends, and that's what you do.
One thing that I used to, again, following on social media, it seemed on social media that you lived like a good life, going on holidays, partying. Do you think that I know that's kind of changed now, as you've gone more mature as well, do you think that you would change anything of what you previously posted on the socials or your life, or you thought that was part of your journey?
See, the lads sometimes say, "No, if you can't post this, post that." But it's me. I don't do nothing wrong. I believe I'm a good person. I do the right thing, and I think to have a balance and to show that you have work-life balance, which probably I need to improve on more than anyone because it's all I do is work. And one of the goals I set myself this year was to try and enjoy myself a little bit more. When I go on holiday, it's not like a week or 2 weeks. It's a few days, like 3 days, 4 days max. It's just the way I am.
Is that what winding down for you is then? It's like because when you're not working, switch off. Or do you have any hobbies outside the gym?
No. Like I've said, I like going away on holiday. I think that's nice, but I never really go and have a chill out holiday or anything like that. I don't really do that. I might go away with my family for a couple of days, but
get bored quickly.
Yeah. I need to do stuff. And even when I go away, 9 times out of 10, I'm still doing a bit of work anyway.
Okay.
So I'm still doing emails, phone calls. I don't really stop, if I'm being completely honest. But I think that's when you have your own businesses, it comes with nature of the job. It is what it is.
But there's no other hobbies that you do then? So you
Work,
don't musical instruments or you're going to tell me that you're man of many talents?
No. I tried to learn Spanish once, but I still never
every time I go on holiday, I come back here, I tell my missus, all my kids laugh at me. I say, whether it's France or Spain, I say I'm going to learn a language. I'll either start having a couple of lessons, and like after that, just life takes over again. But I would love to learn another language. That's one thing I would love to do.
I was doing it last year, and I must have had about 20 lessons.
But you've done better than me, man. You've carried on for 20 lessons.
Yeah, I've done it for 20 lessons. You ask me a question now. What about to tell you?
Yeah, I'll get Duolingo and everything. Yeah, download it, messing around on a few days.
I've done it all as well.
It's a difficult skill. So, you're saying work-life balance is like we're all trying to achieve, to get a better work-life balance, which is difficult for everyone. But one thing that I wanted to touch on is like recently you've reached back out into your faith, or were you religious always, or have the upbringing in a Christian household then?
Believed in God,
but
not as religious to the extent my family is to what I am.
Okay.
I went to church around about 3 years ago now, been going consistently every Sunday ever since, and then again most recently I decided to get baptized.
Yeah, that was amazing. I seen that.
Yeah.
But was there like a trigger point that did something good or something bad happen that connected you again, or to start going to church again?
I think I always wanted to go, but for whatever reason I never found the time to go. And obviously you always have like an incident, whether it's good or bad, that makes you think to yourself, okay, maybe I should start going. But I think it's also important as well, though, not just to turn to faith when things are bad. I think it's important to show gratitude and appreciation to when things are going good and things are going well. And I make a really conscious effort of not only talking to God and praying and stuff like that when things are bad, but also to just say, like, thank you. I'm very blessed and fortunate to be in the position I'm in.
That's such a big thing to say, because we all do when something goes wrong, oh, God save me, then when things are good you don't remember anything, but in the good times when you should believe in God as well, and
100%.
Waking up every day with everything else going on in the world with gratitude to no one's perfect, and everyone always wants more. It's not a bad thing wanting more, but being grateful is a massive thing, and I think that's what a lot of people forget.
Of course, I think a lot of people focus on what they don't have instead of what they have. And, comparison's the thief of joy.
Yeah.
Be appreciative of the position you're in. Be thankful. Think of all the good things that you have. Focus on that. Good things will continue to come. Don't be so negative.
Do you think because you've got that strong faith, that spirituality, that belief now, that's burning you on to push you on further?
Of course. Faith's huge. Believing in God's huge. Having a good brotherhood, huge. Family, huge. I think it all combines.
I really admire this, from an outside perspective, and again, I hope people get value off this, not being stereotypical, but from a gym guy, a PT, ripped, and everything else. You think that the last thing that I would expect you to is go and get baptized, and then but we see the journey of you going to church, and it's good that you might have that good impact on someone, on a young kid watching you, and or anyone.
Yeah, I never try and push it onto anyone. But I do like to try and showcase it, because if you can help someone or change someone's life, brilliant, amazing.
It's mad, like in this day and age, that it's like that is classed as like a taboo, like
it's crazy.
But whereas like alcohol or whatever else, it's cool, man. You got bare boys to do that with,
It's true.
Like,
it's true. You're so right there, and I think if people take the stigma away from it, they'll feel a hell of a lot better for doing it, for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of the all the religious books are written hundreds of years ago, and there's still people resonate with them now. It's mad that the principles and
it's a guide for life, isn't it? Essentially,
a guide. Yeah,
it's a guide for life, and that's what I try and do. And it does check you sometimes as well, because you might be doing something. I think, hang on a minute, that's wrong. That is. So you kind of like check yourself,
subconsciously questioning yourself.
Don't do that. So it's definitely helped me 100%.
With your journey, it's been like the last few years been pretty rapid. But it's not happened overnight success, no way. But it's like 20 years or whatever built over, repeating, slowly putting the building blocks in, and then you've seen the the acceleration of the last few the fruit of your labour.
Yeah.
Is there anything along those lines, like from like that you have done differently, not even personally or business wise, that mistakes that you might have made?
I've made loads of mistakes, and I've had loads of failures as well. Like, this hasn't just been, all you need is one good thing to go right. That's all you need, is one good thing to go right. Unfortunately enough for me, it was something that I was very passionate about. But I made loads of mistakes. I've had loads of failings, multiple failed business ventures. I've had it all. But I'm fortunate enough to the one that I was most passionate about tended to take off and work.
And your industry seems pretty cutthroat, because now with like the social media, the last like 10 years or whatever, like anyone can do, get the qualification and then start making videos. But it's not just about that, is it?
No, it's changed. Like, social media has impacted the fitness industry. Like, when I first started PTing, the way to get a good following over socials or get clients was to compete. Whereas that now, it's not. It's, if you're in shape, you can do good content, you can edit your videos good. That's where all the sponsors go. That's where all the magazines go. It's completely changed. It's the society we're in today. It's a very social media driven market.
100%. Do you look at your social media posts and that, and then do like, because when I do my podcast, I hate like watching them after, and then you have to be pretty. I was chatting to someone just before this, but you have to be pretty thick-skinned, with social media.
Yeah, you're gonna get a bit of hate, a bit of stick, no matter what you do. And one thing that I've learned over the years is, no matter what you do, you're not gonna please everyone. You could do everything right, but someone's still gonna have something negative to say, whether it's something that you said, what you're wearing, whatever it is, someone's got something negative to say. So just focus on the positives and do what you're going to do anyway, because at the end of the day, they ain't paying the bills.
It's good that you're that like strong minded. So that's why you're probably successful, because like a lot of people that I speak to have got great businesses, they're brilliant business guys, and great business ideas, and they even have the funding. For one, they don't execute because they're too scared. And secondly, they care that what if they fail, what others are going to say. And I see it every single day in the business when people come to speak to me about accounts and business ideas.
It's true, but I think to myself, what's the worst that can happen? You're gonna go be back in the same position it was in previously. I think if you've got something you're passionate about, you've got a goal, just go for it. Just go for it, because no risk, no story.
100%. It's easier said to done, and like this cliche, and everyone reads his books, but to actually take action on it, that's the massive thing. There's only so many books that you can read. And I think sometimes you need to take action, even if it means that you make a mistake or you fail. Next time you'll know. Sometimes having the experience to and the knowledge on certain things is priceless, and that will help you get to the next stage, because you might do something and fail in one instance, and then the next opportunity comes and you can go, okay, well, that failed that time, so I'm going to do this time. Learning,
You learn, and I think that's one of the best ways of learning, is by failing and going again.
No, that's really good. What would you say is on the horizon? We'll talk about, Worcester's opening.
Worcester, so the work starts within the next week or two. and then we're gonna be working on Sutton as well simultaneously to Worcester, which is exciting. And
2 great locations, man.
Yeah.
Wish, hope you smash it in those locations as
you,
well.
appreciate
Really
it.
good locations.
Yeah. And then we've got a few other business ventures as well. Bloodwork company. We've got a supplement company coming out.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's me and my best friends again.
Oh, awesome.
So we try and do everything together.
That's not work, man. That's just like
but that's how it feels.
Yeah.
It's not. It's to work until 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning with your best friends.
Yeah. And
Best feeling ever.
And creating it from scratch, like, okay, look, Foundry's franchise and my business is franchise as well, yeah. But for you guys like now to like develop your own personal brands and whatever you're doing on the side, that's the real buzz, isn't it?
Yeah. Like at one point I was a bit against it. I wanted to kind of stay in the shadows a little bit, but I think realistically in today's day and age with social media, you need to work on your personal brand as well.
Attention is currency. And for you to stand out, it's very difficult because with all the PTs and everything else going on, and you have to do something special. For myself in my industry, it's easy because accountants or business people don't do this generally, or they're reluctant to do it. So it's like different, easier. But because it's very tangible as well, and like you can show something that you're doing. You can show someone's transformation. Yeah, it's like people buy into that.
Yeah, of course, and I think as well, if you set goals and you're visionary, you think about the future and you have all these ideas, follow through with them because it's going to pay its dividends.
So what's the next treat then? Say, look, you've retired the parents, paid off the mortgage, you've got the gyms coming in, you've got the Rari. Yeah. So what's for you next then, for you personally? Not business-wise. What is there anything that you want or something that you want to achieve personally? You can't be shy now. Just like
obviously, I'd like to get a few nice watches and stuff like that. So that will come, but just focusing. One thing I want to do is I want to focus on the businesses, and then really enjoy myself this year. I haven't really had
a blowout.
Nah, I'll go away with the lads and that, but like I really, really want to start enjoying. Now I've sorted everyone else out, and the businesses are coming. Obviously, I won't take my off the board and that because you can't afford to do that. But I also want to try and learn to enjoy myself a little bit more away from work. Whether I can do that or not, that's another story.
It's difficult switching off. But like, we mentioned just about Dubai just a while ago. Would you ever look to move anywhere, not leave the UK?
My family, my friends are all here. I couldn't do that if I'm being honest. If all my family and friends decided to move, then potentially, but I'm a family man and I've got a great set of friends, so I don't think I would. I'd have a holiday home and go over there and whatnot, but to move full time, I don't think I would.
Like, I explored options and people keep on saying, the tax benefit, this and that, and I work in tax, is that some things money can't buy. Like, I asked my parents, would they go? They're elderly, like in the 70s now, and like they're saying that we ain't going anywhere. So it's difficult to just like uproot and go. And
some people say like, it's only a flight away, a couple of hours, but to be able to pop around your mum and dad's and it's 5 minutes down the road, you can't buy that.
No, it's the world is getting smaller, but look what happened now with everything going on. It's difficult time. Whatever decision you make, that people are going to say it's going to be, that wasn't right, that was wrong. So it's
like I said, no matter what you do, you can't please everyone. So at the end of the day, you've got to do what feels right for you, your family and friends.
So I need to ask you. It's probably more for a personal thing than the podcast thing. Talk to me about what you eat, man, throughout the day. So.
Essentially, Monday to Friday, I'm pretty much a carnivore diet. Really.
Okay.
80-20 rule. So in the week, protein. That's it really. That's all I have. And then on the weekends, I'll enjoy myself.
Do you cook yourself?
Yeah, cook all my own food.
Serious?
Yeah.
While working and cooking and
man, I'm doing it all. I don't know how I'm doing it, but I'm somehow managing to do all. Finding a way.
Say you got some like personalised chef going on.
Nah, not there yet. I'm not there yet. I wish I'm not there yet. But
no, one day you never know, man.
God willing.
But no, I really appreciate your time, taking your time out to tell your story, how you've grown. Hopefully help someone along their journey. That you're still how grounded you are. Nathan, if anyone wants to, find you, and I know you're not, I wouldn't say work with you because I know you're pretty busy already.
Yeah.
But what's your, the best way to get in contact with you?
Probably my Instagram. That's just Nathan.demonte.
And just message you on there
Yeah,
and
drop
reach
me
out to
a
you.
message.
See you on the gym floor and come and say hi to you.
Something like that. Yeah.
And I wish you all the best with that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you, Nathan.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Cheers,
much.
bro.
Thanks for tuning in into Karak with Kully. I hope today's chat gave you something to think about. Maybe a spark to take your own business or mindset to the next level. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe, share it with someone who needs that push, and stay connected. And if you ever need side business advice, you know where to find me at Taxis. Until next time, keep it strong, keep it real.